Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the scene for tonight's SFL action between the Florida Storm and, wow, cannot believe I did that just now, Florida Storm and the Vancouver Legion. I am Stephen Hacker in the broadcast booth. Alongside with me tonight is the Hall of Famer Eddie Gage. Also joining us tonight in the stats truck, Declan O'Rourke, and we have James Walters, producer, Commissioner Cameron Irvine, pressing the buttons, turning the dials, as we are set to go here for this Week 6 Simulation Football League action. Eddie Gage on color tonight. Why don't you go ahead and break down the keys to victory for these teams tonight, Eddie?
SFL Nation, y'all know who I be. Look to your neighbors to the left and right of you and say it along with me on 3. 1, 2, 3. What up, yo? In our last game of SFL action tonight, we got the Florida Storm going up against the Vancouver Legion. Talking to both of these head coaches, head coach Andy Hamilton of Vancouver says he wants to run the ball down the throats of Florida. They had great success rushing for over 202 yards in their last matchup, and they want to repeat that process. Talking to Florida, they want to get some ground and pound going of their own, along with some great game taker. That's what it's going to take to bring down these receivers, trying to lock down Kendra Hall and Brett Killian. Let's see how it all plays out. The game starts next.
Yeah, great. And Kendra Hall coming into this game leading the SFL in receiving yards. Vancouver going to put this one on the tee, kicking away to Florida. Vancouver with the blue and gold tops, blue bottoms. Florida with the all white with the light blue trim. Hand in the air for the kicker. Going to get this one away. We are underway. Turn man brings this one right up the middle of the field out to the 20-yard line, and that's where the Florida Storm are going to get their first offensive possession of the ball game. Storm are led by quarterback Ron Cochran, as well as halfback Charlie Valetsky. Fullback is J.W. Doyle. Wide receivers Stephen Bush, E.J. Minson, Justice Blackwell. 2 tight ends for the Florida Storm. They are Verdon Zarkov and Paulie Truth. On the offensive line, we have left tackle Greg McDonaldson, left guard Griffin King, and right guard Joseph Wade. Cochran under center, 3-step drop. Time to throw, looks over the middle, pass is caught. Complete to, looks like it is Paulie Truth.
Great job of the offensive line of Florida. Left tackle Greg McDonaldson and left guard Greg King, amongst others, gave him all day to throw. Ron Cochran, you give him that much time, he's going to find an open man.
Both teams 3-1 coming into this ball game. A win here would be nice as they are trying to set up a nice positioning at the midway point of this season. Cochran, nice throw down the middle of the field, moves the chains out to the Florida 38-yard line. Stephen Bush on the reception.
Great catch and throw. Stephen Bush knew he was going to get hit, absorbed the hit, yet kept both eyes on the football and came with a big completion to move the chains.
4 wide receiver spread set now for the Florida Storm. Cochran quickly throws this one out right side. Valetsky turns it upfield, and a 3-yard gain, 4-yard gain on the play. Tackle made by the corner there for the Legion.
And Ron Cochran picking up right where he left off. He came into this game all-time ranked 3rd in completions and attempts. And so far, they're trying to pass the ball right down the teeth of this Vancouver defense.
Florida very quickly is near midfield. Cochran under center, got somebody to jump off sides. Checks it out right side again. Valetsky with room to run. Brought down short of the first down marker, but the penalty flag Florida will probably accept as they're going to get the free 5 yards.
Yeah, they're going to accept this penalty, get a free down out of it and try to get this first down.
There on the defensive side of the ball for the Vancouver Legion, you have defensive ends Achilles Papatanis, Calibran Womack, defensive tackle Gerald Giudice, linebackers Josh Farnsey, Earl Fields IV, and Marquise Reed. In the defensive backfield for the Legion, you have corners Major Key, Ashley Rose Finch, Dean Maddox, safeties Michael Lister, Mark Lopez, and Drew Hamilton. Short gain for Charlie Valetsky, but it's enough to move the chains, and another first down here for Florida, Eddie.
Yeah, and Florida has 3-star offensive linemen that they pay very well. And that time they sent left guard Griffin King on a power play which helps Bullet Bolesky pick up that first down.
Eddie keeping an eye on the trenches for me. Great work there. Great analysis. Cochran now right at midfield under center. Doesn't like what the defense is showing. It's a base 4-3 for the Legion. Cochran adjusting the play. Going to hand off to Boletsky left side. Room to run. Breaks a couple of tackles, dragging the defenders forward for a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, and you can see pre-snap Vancouver lurking in the backfield with one of the safeties, anticipating something short, but Bullet Bolesky bounced it outside.
Nice first down gain for Boletsky. Cochran going to go under center. Doyle and Boletsky behind him. Short drop for Cochran. Going to take a deep shot down the left side. Pass is going to be tipped away. Good coverage there from Mark Lopez, the 6'3", 225-pound free safety, to knock that one down.
Yeah, and Ron Cochran, who doesn't make many mistakes, almost paid the ultimate price for that one. But Mark Lopez, great with the pass breakup.
Ron Cochran, third in all-time passing yards in the SFL with 38,041 passing yards coming into the ball game. Third also in all-time passing touchdowns with 206. One of the greats on the field for the Florida Storm right now. Hard snap count from Cochran. Quick drop. Gets it over to Boletsky left side. Nowhere to go for Boletsky. Brought down immediately. Sets up a 4th and 3.
Yeah, you'd like to see fullback J.W. Doyle get a block right there, but he somehow missed the block and allowed him to make a tackle, and Florida's going to settle for a punt here.
Florida does have a star punter out there for him, one of the best in the SFL, Marcus Agrippa, really known to get these coffin corner punts to land perfectly. This one not going to do it. Rolls into the end zone for a touchback. Very uncharacteristic for Marcus Agrippa, but Vancouver going to take the great starting field position at their own 20. We're going to see quarterback Tom Pepper strut out onto the field here at home. Tom Pepper's the quarterback. Sorry about that, Eddie. Tom Pepper, number 16, as well as running back Robert Redford and fullback rookie Sawyer Stern. Wide receivers are Kendra Hall, Brett Killian, and David Gears, as well as Chris Curtis. They also have tight end James Walters and left tackle Michael Coverson and left guard Michael Percoco. Tom Pepper under center, 3-step drop, fires right side passes, caught to Kendra Hall. 9-yard gain before she's pushed out of bounds.
And we talked about it pregame, how Vancouver in their last matchup, although they were blown out, Robert Redford finished with 202 yards rushing. Florida came in with a unique approach, deciding to play Vancouver with a 3-2 dime the entire game, and somehow was able to blow away Vancouver and pull away with a good victory. But they changed things up here. We'll see how it plays out.
Vancouver with a weak power I formation. Redford hurdles at the line, able to squeeze through the gaps and get just enough for the first down, marked at the Vancouver 31-yard line.
Vancouver comes into this game ranks 5th in points per game at 31. Their defense did a job of getting them off the field. Now their offense looking to put up points.
Three wide receivers on the field for the Legion. The Storm counter with the nickel defense. Pepper, quick drop, fires right side again. Kendra Hall falling down, able to get 5 yards before she's touched, and sets up a 2nd and 5.
50X spot, a common play that's favored by a lot of offensive coordinators across the SFL. You want to slow down teams, you got to find a way to slow down that play.
Now I-form set. Pepper using the cadence. Now checks out left side. Robert Redford met at the line of scrimmage, gets a yard before he's stopped and brought down by linebacker Ryan Tobin.
And you can tell that Florida has a new coaching staff because in seasons past, owner of the Florida Storm never really used a 4-3 in several seasons, but Art Vanderlei and company have brought it back to this team. And with 2 defensive tackles, such as Rhett Sawyer and Alex Dominguez, you can see why.
Another 3 wide receiver set for the Legion. This time Pepper's going to hand off to Redford, makes a move up the middle, brought down just short of the first down marker. Alex Dominguez in to make the play, stopping Redford just short of the first down marker.
He made about 3 cuts to get those couple of yards, trying to pick up the first and fell just short.
Yeah, really tried to make the burst, tried to be patient and follow the blockers, but just wasn't enough doing. And, great job by Florida filling the gaps late and making that effort to bring down the runner. Vancouver going to punt this one away now. It's Brian Patrick on the punt. And on the return for the Florida Storm was Justice Blackwell. Gets a couple yards on the return. Florida will start at their own 23-yard line. About 5 minutes to go here in this first quarter, Eddie. Both teams now with a couple of possessions. I think they're just kind of feeling each other out here.
Putting each other out and looking to see who's going to bend first. And right now, Florida has their chance to make some damage.
Now maybe Florida looking to get Beletsky going. Strong power I for the Storm. Cochran going to drop back instead and throw to Beletsky right side. Breaks a tackle down the right sideline. Spins upfield. Spins again. Wow. Gets out to the Florida 40-yard line. Great effort by Beletsky as a receiver.
Yeah, finally brought down by outside linebacker Earl Fields the fourth after making several men miss and juking a couple others looking like a young BDG out there.
Yeah, got caught up in the spin cycle. Great to see a young back like that, looking at the SFL greats and, trying to mimic that, and did a great job there on that one. Cochran, quick drop, gets to Beletsky again. Doyle's there as a blocker, gets bowled over, but gives room for Beletsky to get the first down and then some. Great effort again by Beletsky as a receiver.
Yeah, you look at that block and he gets a 10 for execution, but a 0 for the appearance of that execution, but he got the job done, and they're going to move the chains.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what it necessarily looks like. You get an A for execution. I know Beletsky doesn't mind. He got the yards out of it, so that's fantastic work by J.W. Dole out there, doing whatever it takes to get the job done. Cochran going to go into the shotgun now. Beletsky sidecar left, 4 wide receiver spread. Vancouver looks like they're answering with the dime defense. Cochran quickly gets the ball out of his hands. It's caught for another first down, this time down to the Vancouver 30. And that was the receiver, E.J. Minson, on the reception.
A 12 defense, and the corners backed off just a bit too much and allow him to reel the ball in and move the chains.
Florida looking really composed on this drive. Inching closer to the SFL red zone. Bunch 3 wide receiver set to the right side for Cochran. Dumps it down to Beletsky. Gets tackled in the backfield as safety Drew Hamilton comes up and makes the play.
Yeah,
Sorry, that was Steve Maddox that made.
No worries. That time, Vancouver played aggressive toward the line of scrimmage, and pre-snap stayed right at home. And Ron thought they'd be backing out of there, but they remained true to the defense and made a great play behind the line of scrimmage.
7-man in the box for the Legion. Power I formation from the Storm. Cochran going to throw, man in the area, but just over the head of the defensive end, but Beletsky's still going to lose a yard.
3 robbers, we love to see it. It's another play commonly called by a lot of defensive-minded coordinators, and it's an aggressive approach, but you force teams to throw the ball deep when they may not want to.
Cochran in the shotgun, 4 wide receiver spread, all slants, pass caught. Justice Blackwell over the middle, short of the first down marker. Going to be spotted at the Vancouver 22-yard line.
You can see Vancouver has both cover 4 and cover 12 defenses in their playbook this week, hoping to dot it up at the right time.
And it was just enough, Eddie. Those are more conservative on the defensive side, so a bend but don't break approach, and we're able to slow down Florida just enough and able to get them to settle for the 3 points here as Ethan Sneed is out on the field for the Storm. Low snap, corralled, and Sneed able to get this one off from 39 yards, and the kick is good. So Florida takes the lead now 3-0 on the road against Vancouver. Both teams have had a couple of opportunities to feel each other out, and Florida is the first to respond, Eddie.
Yeah, Florida strikes first on the road, looking to put up points. Anytime you're on the road, whether home or away, but particularly on the road, you want to put up points first and put pressure on the opposition.
And it's a good way too. You want to put pressure, like you said, Eddie, too. But you're kind of tempting fate because Vancouver is one of the teams in the SFL that can put up points in a hurry too. So
Hurry.
it's one of those things. You kind of need it as a safety net too, but you don't want to play with fire and get into a shootout with Vancouver because they have a lot of weapons on the offensive side of the ball.
Oh yeah, we may not have mentioned it, but you can best believe that the defense of Florida better have their track shoes on because it's going to be a track meet trying to defend both Kendra Hall and Brett Killian downfield.
Pepper going to be alone in the shotgun, 5 wide receivers. Throws underneath. Brett Killian moves the chains just enough for the first down.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You want to defend the deep ball, but meanwhile, you take the risk of giving up all the underneath stuff. So it's pick your poison trying to play against this Vancouver passing offense.
Florida Storm are going to combat this dangerous Vancouver offense. They're going to lead the charge with defensive ends Deontay Stoneville and Alessandro Tomello, defensive tackles Rhett Sawyer and Alex Dominguez, linebackers Stephen Black and Ryan Tobin. As Pepper on first down swings out to the left side, Redford's going to spin upfield for a yard, met by one of the defensive backs, Evan Carroll, number 29, and number 27, Ryan Davidson, the other corner. Adam Jones, number 48, free safety, Adrian Blaine, and strong safety is Andrew Francis. Pepper from his own 34-yard line, 7-step drop, takes the shot down the middle of the field. Brett Killian there, and tackled down at the Florida 35-yard line as Killian was able to get behind Evan Carroll, and a big play for the Legion.
And you knew it was only a matter of time before Tom Pepper decided to let it loose and test this Florida secondary. Wow, I mean, just you got to be ready and just anticipate both the long and short and intermediate passing game playing against this Vancouver offense.
Yeah, they will attack you at all 3 levels, and you never know quite when Pepper is going to open up and take that shot as they look to be going back conservative. 1 wide receiver on the field for the Legion. Handoff, Redford up the middle, wide open as he's able to get 7 yards on the carry.
We seen DC a few weeks back attack the middle of this Florida defensive line with runs up the A gap, and now Vancouver doing the same thing tonight.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Florida's leading on the road 3-0 against the Vancouver Legion. And it was a pretty quick first half, Eddie. Both teams had a possession. Florida ended up on their second possession driving down and getting the field goal. And now Vancouver with the chance to respond here as we start the second quarter here. Tom Pepper going to go under center with the power eye again. Redford going to break a tackle. Room to run right side. 1 man to beat. Can he do it? Sheds the tackle. Brought down just short at the 3-yard line. Great run by Robert Redford.
Great run indeed. He took a shot in the back, and I was surprised he got up right toward the end of that run. Florida hit him, and I think that was free safety Adrian Blaine who hit him right in the rib cage, and Robert Redford is lucky to get up.
Yeah, big hit, big shot right from the back as Evan Carroll was able to slow down Redford, and Adrian Blaine was the one to come over and finish the play off. The first-round draft pick from Madison, first round, 23rd overall. She's 6'3", 225, big safety out there. Redford, first and goal, gets the carry. Great block there on the right side, and Redford pushes his way in the end zone. Vancouver responds, now 6-3.
You can't trade field goals for touchdowns playing against this Vancouver offense. And Florida able to get a field goal on their previous drive, but Vancouver strikes right back with a touchdown of their own. Head coach Andy Hamilton said he wanted to run the ball down their throats, and so far he's doing just that.
Got to give a huge shout out to Michael Percoco for the pancake block to get Redford in the end zone. That's the kind of work in the trenches that you love to see, Eddie. Get your juices flowing, get your blood pumping.
Absolutely.
On for the extra point for the Legion is chance to win. Second season player, 6 foot, 189. Kick is up and good. Vancouver now 7-3 here at home. A quick response as both teams not so timid now as they've got a couple possessions under their belt, Eddie.
Yeah, you know it's only a matter of time. They're just trying to fill out the defense, see what their game plan is. and how they plan on attacking them, and then just making adjustments off of that.
To win, checks the line, hand goes up. Gonna get this one away. And that last drive, Eddie, took up about 2 minutes. 3-play, 35-yard drive. There was a couple of passes. 2 pass plays, went for 32 yards. Sorry, that was a 6-play, 77-yard drive. 35 doesn't. And 6-play, 77-yard drive. Started at the Vancouver 20-yard line. So nice job by Vancouver to work their way down the field and get the lead back for their team.
Vancouver's offense does not get paid by the hour, Steven.
As Cochran going to go under center. His team's down 4 points. Can they respond? Cochran waits, throws underneath, short routes, caught by Stephen Bush, just a couple of yards there.
That was great defense there by Vancouver, as there was no one open. He made a smart decision to check it down.
Cochran, only 1 incompletion in this ball game. About 80 yards, 91% completion, and 93.8 QBR up to this point. Going to be under center again, split backfield. And going to take a 3-step drop, fires, passes caught. EJ Minton moves the down to the Florida 39-yard line.
Yeah, and you can see the safety, strong safety for Vancouver, reading that play, tried to get over, but just could not quite get there in time as he was reading the eyes of quarterback Ron Cochran and just missed getting over there.
It's Menson's second reception of the game, 3rd target. Averaging 14.5 yards per reception, so getting a first down every time he makes a catch. Cochran single back, play action fake, fires right side, passes there, connects, immediately brought down. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 3, and on the tackle was Dean Madden.
Now it's actually pretty good defense by Vancouver on that previous play, but Ron Cochran did a great job of anticipating the out route and threw it before the receiver even made his break.
Cochran going to have twins to the right side. Vancouver base 4-3 defense, not really applying pressure with the defensive backs. Cochran 3-step drop, fires, curl routes there. Tight end has the first down and gets onto the other side of the field now at the Vancouver 41-yard line. That is Veridin Zarkov getting his first reception of the ballgame.
Sat right in the zone, waited. Ron Cochran sees him, delivers the ball on time, picks up a first down.
Yeah, good veteran play. Went through his reads and made the right call. Boletsky, great spin move, room to go. He's going to take this one all the way, 41 yards to the house. Charlie Boletsky.
You don't often see teams dial up a toss play in the SFL. Mexico City is one amongst a few. Houston, we seen start doing it a season ago, and now Florida's out here using it as well. Bullet Boletsky catches the ball, makes one man miss, and made the rest of the defense pay as there was no one there to corral him. Touchdown, Florida.
Eddie, both of them scoring with great work in the trenches, and these offensive linemen are really putting on a blocking clinic early in this ball game. It's been a great effort from both teams in the trenches so far to this one. Boletsky now 51 yards on the ground, averaging 17 yards a carry, and has that touchdown. And Florida and Vancouver really making this a ball game. High snap. Special teams play a little shaky here early. 10-7. Florida takes the lead. 8 minutes to go. 8 minutes, 13 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
Fast-moving ball game. That first quarter went by as fast as I think any I've ever called. And now here we are with 8 minutes left in the first half.
Well, if you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy.
I love that last line. We put the fan in fantasy.
I heard Tyler saying it, so I didn't want to mimic that at all, but he definitely has a very unique take on it.
He does.
It's a lot of fun when he says it. Vancouver going to take over at their own 22-yard line. Chris Curtis, the return man for the Legion. Twins left side for Tom Pepper. Going to be a quick throw. Out route is there. Kendra Hall is going to secure that one for a 5-yard gain. Brought down immediately. Evan Carroll on the tackle.
Josh Farnsey is in the SFL Twitch chat apologizing to his defense, saying, my bad, I whiffed on that one. I wasn't going to say his name, but since he made a public apology, I'll go ahead and make mention of it.
Well, how kind of you, Eddie. I would have called him out anyways. Twins to the right side. And base 4-3 defense for the Storm. Pulling guard, but Redford gets ahead of him. Doesn't need the block to the right side, down the sideline. Out to the Florida 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Adrian Blaine is the one on the tackle.
Robert Redford eyes lit up when he saw he had Florida on a schedule, looking to make a means of the last time they played. He finished with 202 yards rushing, as we mentioned, and he's off to a great start here again tonight.
Redford is really showing out in this ball game. 70 yards on the ground, 6 attempts, averaging 11.7. Also, 2 receptions to this point in the ball game. Also has the rushing touchdown already. Both of these offenses, again, Eddie, it's a big part of it is due to the work in the trenches. These offensive linemen are really doing a great job, and everybody on the offense is feasting because of it. Pepper now to throw, finds Redford in the backfield, spins his way up the field, breaks a tackle, going to get 4 yards before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
What should have been 2nd and 10 is now 2nd and 6, and as a defensive coordinator, you can't help but shake your head. You got him wrapped up with both arms, and somehow Robert Redford, the natural, makes the man miss and picks up 4 yards.
And the coaching staff for these teams, head coach for the Florida Storm is Art Vandelay, offensive coordinator is Ben Jackson, defensive coordinator is Art Vandelay. This second down carry for Redford goes left side, loses a yard, brought down there by Deontay Stoneville. And the coaching staff, Eddie, real quick, the coaching staff for the Vancouver Legion is head coach Andy Hamilton, as well as they have James Walters as the offensive and defensive coordinator.
Tough sledding. Being a head coach in this league, it's stressful, but it pays dividends when you find a way to get the W.
5 wide receivers on the field. Pepper, quick throw. Chris Curtis is the recipient of that first down reception. Moves the chains down to the Florida 29-yard line.
90-yard slants. Vancouver counters it. Florida counters it, trying to play man defense, and that time they found a man over the middle to complete it for a first down.
Now back to that twin look for the Legion. Base 4-3 defense for Florida. Tom Pepper, quick drop, out route. Oh, it's jumped! And, couldn't come up with the interception. Eddie, a big missed opportunity for the Storm. Ryan Davidson had his hands all over that one. Knew what was coming, just couldn't make the play.
Yeah, he did. He's trying to remain disciplined and not give up anything deep, but he sees it, reads it, and does everything but catch. I think he actually had that completion. It dropped out of his hands when he hit the ground.
Oh, unfortunate. I mean, Vancouver's right here. I mean, getting into chance to win territory. They can, at least get the 3 points and tie the game. You had an opportunity to take it away. Pepper, another quick throw. This one off the hands of the receiver. Almost intercepted again. Vancouver's got to clean that up. As Florida with another opportunity to take it away. This time it's Adrian Blaine unable to secure the interception.
And I couldn't tell if there was 4 sky or cover 3 week. I think it was cover 3 week, and you're right. He read it like a book and almost come up with back-to-back opportunities to get a turnover.
We'll see what Vancouver does now. It's a 3rd and 10. Do they go aggressive, try to move the chains and get the lead, or do they just go and set up for a chance to win field goal here? 3 wide receivers to the left for Pepper. He's under center. Redford, the lone back behind him. 7-step drop. Pressure coming. Pepper fires down the middle of the field. Three Florida Storm defenders in coverage. Stephen Black is the one to knock it away. Very risky throw from Tom Pepper. He was looking for David Gears, the rookie, the 6-foot rookie, selected in the 3rd round out of Lexington.
Yeah, and when you said, are they going to be cautious or take the risk, I knew Tom Pepper is going to have a 5 or 7-step drop in them because they don't know what the word cautious means. They are always keeping the pedal to the metal.
Chance to win, going to take the field now. Will be about a 46-yard field goal. Good snap, good hold, and kick is through. 45 yards officially, and Vancouver ties the ball game up. 5:37 remaining here in the second quarter, Eddie.
To win, played as a punter last season, for LA, decides he wants to make a career change, becomes a field goal kicker, and he's off to a great start here tonight.
Hey, Eddie, have you checked out video content produced by our community lately? You should check the SimPod every week and the SFL Crunch Time, as well as Road to Glory every Wednesday night. SFL Nights with AJ Stryker premieres on Thursday nights. Say It With Your Chest is on Fridays, and Netma can be seen all week long at 6 p.m. Eastern. Every week, the live show's schedule can be accessed through our Discord server at the top of the channels listing. Just look for the events tab. As Justice Blackwell brings this Storm return out to their own 21-yard line. Ron Cochran's going to take over 5.5 minutes remaining before the half.
I'm sensing one of those Alaska Storm drives of old where they suck up all but about maybe 10 seconds off this clock, trying to eat up the clock and don't give Tom Pepper the opportunity to take the field this half.
Cochran still only one incompletion to this point, 14 of 15. Going to go with Boletsky there. Left side spins upfield and gets 3 yards out of that one. And earlier in the ballgame, sorry, Eddie, earlier in the ballgame, Kyron Womack went down with an injury. Yeah. Going to be out for the rest of this ballgame, but we'll be back next week.
I did not see that injury. Must have happened on special teams.
Yeah, I didn't see the stoppage of play either, but, injury updates, unfortunate. Kyron Womack going to be out for the rest of the game for the Legion, the defensive end. As this time, Boletsky going to take it out left side and another 3 yards for the Storm.
And once again, they sent the guard, Griffin King, on a pull, and he was just a bit slow getting over that time. Otherwise, Bullet would have had a first down.
Now 3rd and 4. Going to bring 3 wide receivers out for the Storm. Boletsky, the lone back. Cochran, quick drop, fires over the middle. All slants is there. And that is going to be Stephen Bush with the first down for the Storm.
And that time, having 3 contract offensive linemen paying dividends because he needed every last millisecond of that as he broke open free late, Stephen Bush that is, and able to come up with the reception.
Yeah, it looked like Drew Hamilton got over, might have overplayed that one a little bit. Maybe saw another receiver on the outside, just didn't quite play on the inside there on the slant, and it allowed Bush to get open and get the first down. 2 tight ends on the field for the Storm. Cochran, another quick drop, fires this one over the middle, pass is caught, diving catch made by Stephen Bush, rolls his way to a first down, and the Storm are at midfield, Eddie.
And I like the way he threw that ball, Ron Cochran, that is low and away to protect his receiver from a big hit.
Now Cochran again under center. Boletsky still the lone back, 3 receivers to the left side. 3 down linemen for the Legion. Cochran gets pressured and brought down. 4-yard loss on the play. And Gerald Judas says he gets his first sack of the ball game.
That time no one was open, and I hate to use the term smartly take the sack, but there was no one open. He's gonna throw that ball away or take off running with it. He eats the sack and lives for to play another down.
Clock is still counting down. 3 minutes, 15 seconds. Tie ball game. Cochran going to go under center. Quick drop. Slants are there. Defender almost jumped it, but able to complete the pass and get the first down is Veridin Zarkov. Florida received the ball, Eddie, to start this ball game. So if they could get points here, it would give them a cushion when they kick the ball back to Vancouver to start the half.
Yeah, and you can see Vancouver did their homework. They studied that play very well. They had the safety line up in the box pre-snap and did all but deflect that pass away. Josh Farnsey almost had it.
We'll see if they can find pay dirt on that play later on. 4 wide receiver spread. Cochran underneath, passes caught. E.J. Minson again moving the chains. Now his 3rd reception in the ballgame.
Former head coach of this Florida team and owner, Max Paul, loves the 90-yard slants, and he must be, rubbing an influence on the new head coach, Art Vanderlei, because it's still a heavy part of their playbook.
Cochran goes under center. Hands off to Valesky, changes direction out to the right side and gains a yard, but nothing more.
That's about the 5th or 6th time we've seen Florida pull the guards trying to get Bullet outside.
And it's now the 2-minute warning, Eddie, before we go into the halftime break. Florida pushing the score. They're on the Vancouver 20-yard line in the SFL red zone. Can the Storm complete this drive?
Oh, I mentioned it before this drive started. They're probably going to try to eat up this clock, and that's exactly what they've done. 3+ minutes and counting.
2nd and 9. Valesky, the lone back. Cochran surveys the field, throws down the middle, pass is tipped away. Vancouver getting a little wise to that throw over the middle. I believe it was Farnsey that got a hand on it and knocked it away.
It was actually Mark Lopez came up and a robber look and deflected that pass away.
Good look there at the safety. Also, wonderful statistician, head of the stats department. Big shout out to Mark Lopez. Cochran going to go into the shotgun now. Valesky sidecar left, 4 wide receiver spread. Vancouver going to send 3. Slants is there. And Florida is just continuing to attack the middle of the field against the Legion.
This offense is going to live or die with 90-yard slants. And so far, they've gone down the field, majority of this drive, lifting off that slants play out of a variety of formations.
And we'll see how that affects them as they get closer to their own end zone, as the back of the end zone can become another defender. We'll see how that plays, as they may not need it, as Charlie Valesky powers his way in and gets the touchdown for the Storm. Says, hold on, guys, I got this. I'm going to get the 6.
Yeah, and he had about 4 teammates riding along with him into the end zone, and they softened him up with the 90-yard slants, got him thinking pass, and just when you think he can get comfortable trying to defend the pass, they hit him with the stretch play, and Bullet Valesky is dancing in the end zone.
Yeah, just too much speed and just shook off that defender. I mean, didn't even feel it, like he had a bulletproof vest on, and just able to finish off that drive and a huge scoring play for the Storm. As Vancouver does have 1:26 here, Eddie, and they have all of their timeouts, so a chance for Vancouver to retaliate here before the half. But if Florida can play good defense going into the half, they'll have the lead and some cushion coming into the second half.
1:26 with all 3 timeouts for this Vancouver offense can seem like an eternity as a defender, as that's all the time that they need and then some.
Florida, 11 plays, 78-yard drive, about 5.5 minutes off the clock on that drive there. So Vancouver really going to be up against it. But it's like you said, Eddie, they're all pedal to the metal. They don't understand the word conservative, so we expect them to go for the points here. Chris Curtis going to return this from his own end zone, breaks it out to the left side, has a little bit of room, dragged down at the Vancouver 25.
Now, often these drives are often predicated on the first play, on first down. Anytime there's, kind of this much time left in the half, you got all 3 timeouts. The pace of this drive tends to go off of how first down goes. We'll see what they dial up here.
Going to only have 1 wide receiver on the field. Pepper changing it up, but base 4-3 for the Storm. Pulling guard. Redford spins upfield. Good first down gain, 8 yards, but an awkward formation to try to attack through the air, Eddie. We'll see if they continue to go with the run game. 2nd and 2, 1:05 before the half. Pepper taking his time. Steps back to throw. Redford right side. Makes a defender miss. Good burst of speed. Spins his way. Why are you running through the middle of the field? Redford going to get brought down at the 44-yard line. Now Vancouver going to have to hurry up. Had an opportunity to go out of bounds, but didn't do it. So here we go. Vancouver back under center. Florida, base 4-3 defense still. Redford right side, going to get brought down in the backfield, stayed in bounds. Now Vancouver uses the timeout. I don't know why Redford, the play before, didn't get out of bounds. He had a great opportunity. I mean, yeah, you got the 6 extra yards, but I think stopping the clock, Eddie, would have been a bigger value to your team.
Agree, and Ryan Davidson actually had that play down up the first time. The defense called the same play. He read it like a book the first time, but Redford made a miss. This time he tackles him for a loss in the backfield.
Now Vancouver brings out 2 wide receivers. Kendra Hall at the bottom of your screen. Sawyer Stern also in at fullback. Both fumbles. Pepper fumbles it, and Florida falls on it. It's Florida's ball in plus territory. Let's see who got in to make the play. Pomaello is the one that caused the fumble, and then Deontay Stoneville is the one that falls on it and secures the ball for the Storm. So now Florida with 37 seconds, 3 timeouts, an opportunity to extend the lead even more. They just need a couple of yards to get into Ethan Snead territory. I mean, they're basically in Snead territory now.
Yeah. And they're going to go empty here. They're going to be aggressive.
Dime defense for the Legion. They drop everybody back. Cochran taking a shot. Picked off. Vancouver takes it away. And a fumble on the play. What is going on? Oh, my goodness. We got an interception that leads to a fumble. And then Drew Hamilton's the one that falls on it. Lopez is going to get the interception, tries to return it. Puts the ball on the ground, coughs it up, and then Drew Hamilton has the wherewithal to fall on it. So Vancouver does secure the turnover. Interesting last minute of this half, Eddie. I cannot believe it. So Vancouver still 2 timeouts, now 30 seconds from their own 15-yard line. Yeah. Pedal to the metal, Eddie. Here we go.
I think they'll be conservative this time, I think, with 15 seconds left.
One wide receiver on the field. Power I for the Legion. Base 4-3 defense for the Storm. Redford breaks it out left side, spins upfield. Another spin before Dominguez is able to bring down Redford. Redford averaging just over 9 yards a carry as the clock will continue to run. I think both teams just want to take a break, get a breather as we're getting ready to head into the tunnels here before the half.
We'll see. They got another play they're dialing up.
5, 4, 3. Will Pepper snap it? 2, 1. He does. Redford gets the toe up the middle, breaks the tackle, gets the first down. That's going to do it. We will go into the half with the Florida Storm leading the game 17-10. But Eddie, it has been a dynamite game, wouldn't you say?
It has. The game started out slow. You know, both teams were trying to figure each other out, but once they kind of settled in, it's kind of like a boxing match. After those first couple of rounds of absorbing jabs, they got a bit more aggressive downfield, taking more chances. And Vancouver finds themselves down at home, 10-17 at the half. Looking at these stats, it's been a very interesting game indeed, but Florida has done just enough on that last drive to give them a 1-score lead.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, man, it feels like Boletsky's kind of taking control of the game, but I look at Robert Redford, 88 yards. I mean, both of these running backs are going at it. I mean, I'm trying to justify, why Florida was able to take the game, but I think it's just like you said, Eddie. I think after the jabs were being thrown, each team kind of started throwing maybe a little bit more haymakers, and I think Florida's just landed more haymakers to this point. So, been a heck of a ball game so far. I'm excited to get to the second half, Eddie. As these teams, if they can continue what they're doing, we've got our work cut out for us going into the second half.
Here's an interesting stat: Kendra Hall has 3 catches for 19 yards. It's only a matter of time before she breaks loose, but you just wonder, will they find that momentum in time to get her going? Because I think they're going to need to get her more involved vertically down the field if they're going to have a chance to come back into this ball game.
Yeah, to this point, no Vancouver Legion receiver has over 42 receiving yards. Brett Killian leading the way at 41. Kendra Hall there at about 20, and Chris Curtis hanging around at 15. So the main receiving target, 5 receptions, has been Robert Redford, and he's only at 15 yards receiving. So really spread the ball around, but the explosiveness from the passing game just not quite there. But Redford really picking up a lot of the slack on the ground with the 88 rushing yards, averaging about 9 yards a carry. So really doing his work on the ground, trying to control the tempo a little bit here. We'll see if Florida can keep Boletsky going. He's averaging over 9 yards a carry as well. Ron Cochran, 19-22, Eddie, in the first half. Threw for 180 yards, did have an interception, so that hurts his QBR a little bit, 81 QBR, as opposed to Pepper's 93.5. So we'll see which team can make the proper adjustments as now everybody's out of the tunnels, back on the field. Florida set to kick this away. Vancouver going to get us started here in the second half. Curtis going to return this from about his own 1-yard line, spins up to the middle of the field, out to the 26. That's where we're going to get going in the second half.
I think another big key to this game that isn't being talked about by us, shame on us, is number 75, right tackle Stonewall, is the one who saved a touchdown when Florida recovered that fumble.
Yes, very, very big. Points off turnovers is an underrated stat, ways for teams to win. So unfortunate that turnover happened, but able to stop the bleeding, so to speak, and keep the damage to a minimum. Pepper, quick drop, fires underneath, diving catch made. That is David Gears getting on the board, his first reception of the day.
Big catch indeed, and Ryan Topin misjudged the path of the football as he was trying to send a kill shot to David Gears, but misread his route.
Going to set up a 2nd and 5. 3 wide receivers bunched to the left side. Redford, the lone back. Pepper, 3-step drop, takes the shot. Corner route is there. Kendra Hall out jumps the receiver. It's a foot race down the sideline. One man to beat, gets into the end zone. That's Brett Killian, number 12, that's going to score the touchdown. And Vancouver responds out the gate in the second half.
It was only a matter of time before Tom Pepper said enough is enough and said, let's get back to what we do. Robert Redford, you've carried us the entire first half, but it's time to do what we do best and get this ball downfield vertically. Brett Killian on the reception. They're unable to bring the man down. He's been doing squats all week in practice, leading up to this game, anticipating, trying to break some tackles. And Brett Killian helps Vancouver tie this ball game up, extra point pending.
81-yard reception will put Brett Killian over the century mark in the ball game. Just 3 receptions, but now has the touchdown to go along with that bomb play, and just what you were expecting, Eddie. The fireworks to continue, and now Brett Killian gets Vancouver back on the board, and we're an extra point away from tie ball game. Chance to win. Going to be on the field. Good snap, good hold, good kick. Tie ball game, 17 all.
17 all. Vancouver wasting no time to get these fans something to cheer about and get them involved in this ball game, because Florida had this place quiet as a mouse at the end of that first half.
Yeah, absolutely, and you don't expect anything less, even with a young coaching staff, but under the guidance of Max Paul, Mighty RX, you expect the best every week from Florida. So you have to expect a challenge every time they come, whether they're at home or on the road. Justice Blackwell spins upfield, penalty flag down. He got that one out to about the 23-yard line, but I suspect it's going to be
Coming back.
it's going to be coming back.
That's going to be half the distance to the goal. Unfortunate for Florida right now.
Yeah, really going to put their backs against the wall. I'll put them, with half the distance, and they were on the 23. So I'm on the stats team. You think I'd be better at math?
I wasn't gonna say a word, Steven.
We'll wait for the official spot. That way I don't make a fool of myself.
There you go.
Going to be on the 11-yard line. Florida going to roll out 2 tight ends. 1 receiver to the top of the screen. Going to be a handoff to J.W. Doyle, who's going to lower his shoulder and get 3 first carry of the ball game for the fullback.
First carry of the game indeed. Florida trying to throw a new wrinkle here in the second half and give Vancouver something else to think about.
Yeah, it's a pretty safe play as well, too. You're pretty close. You're not, right against your own end zone, but you'll take a nice positive 3-yard gain there on first down, and you save some energy for Boletsky. You're going to have to go almost 90 yards on this drive, so I like the approach there to start it out. 3 receivers to the top of the screen for Cochran. Fires right side to Boletsky, who's got just enough for the first down. Breaks the tackle, spins upfield, more than the first down, about 15 yards on that one. Gets it out to the Florida 29-yard line.
I thought he might have stepped out of bounds about 3 yards short of where he got tackled. Not worth a challenge in my opinion, but Bullet Boletsky, with a host of Vancouver Legion players around him, somehow just continues to fight downfield for additional yardage.
Yeah, working in a really tight space there. I mean, there was 3 or 4 bodies and not a whole lot of room to work. And for him to stay that loose, those loose hips, be able to turn upfield like that, it's great work by Boletsky. Cochran split shotgun, throws over the middle, passes tipped away, almost intercepted. Vancouver able to get their hands on that. That's Marquise Reed, the one to tip it away.
90Z Arrow, that's a special of the Baltimore offense back when TJ Speaks was calling the plays for them. Florida has been using it for a few seasons now as well.
Be a power I formation for the Storm. One wide receiver up there to the top of the screen. Base 4-3 defense for the Legion. Cochran going to throw screen pass right side. Valetsky with the blocker, but too many Legion in the area, led by Marquise Reed and Drew Hamilton.
Yeah, you're right. He had a block out in the front, right tackle Leclerc. But you're right. He just couldn't get his hands on anyone. Just a bit too slow getting out there.
Tie ball game, 17 all, 9 minutes to remaining here in the third quarter. 3rd and 5. Ron Cochran is in the split shotgun. Takes a quick drop, fires left side, and passes knocked away. The Legion really clamped down on defense there. E.J. Minson was the intended target, but Mark Lopez knocked it away.
It seems like Florida has 90-yard slants and about 7 formations and counting. Meanwhile, while Jacksonville is up against LA up big, 21-6 in the second quarter.
Yes, that game is on the Simulation FL YouTube page. Both of those teams definitely want to win in that game. LA definitely hungry for one as well. Bringing the pressure, Vancouver's able to tip the punt and off the hands, and it's Florida able to secure it, so didn't fumble the punt. And Eddie, I know you're well versed in a play just like that. Why don't you go ahead and break that one down for us?
Well, the punt was blocked and it went beyond the line of scrimmage, but luckily for the punting team, no one on their team touched it, and so it's going to be Vancouver's football.
So Pepper going to take over at the Florida 47-yard line. Bunch left for Pepper, moves around, has to get it out of his hands quickly. Redford under duress, makes a couple of moves, and he almost gets the first down, drags the defender, going to mark it 2nd and inches. Great second effort by Redford out of the backfield.
And with that great reception, he just passed James Cooley for 18th all-time in receptions. Great job, Robert. He is carrying his Vancouver offense today.
Yeah, Redford, one of the he's been around since for 9 seasons, made the All-Star team twice, and has really taken over. I've been with Vancouver now for 4 seasons and has really become a focal point of their offense and really gave them some stability. Vancouver always has been a great passing team, but when he came in as a rushing a runner for them, they really balanced out, and I think has taken Vancouver to another level.
He was a free agent. I reached out to Robert Redford, and he said, thanks, but no thanks. I want to go to a contender.
That's tough. But though, hey, to each their own, right? That's one of the great things about the SFL. One season contracts is Pepper finds a receiver up the middle. That's David Ear. No, that's Kendra Hall up the middle, gets the big touchdown for the Legion.
Yeah, I couldn't tell the receiver. It's kind of hard to read these numbers, but you're right. Kendra Hall catches the ball right over the middle between the defense and scoots and scatters into the end zone. 50x spot yet again. It's a hard play to cover, and Kendra makes him pay.
The SFL's leading receiver, after a quiet first half, really getting on the board and in a big way trying to get those receiving totals up and maintain that lead of the reception title in the SFL.
Vancouver, you cannot blink as a defense because, as you stated before the half, it can make you pay in a matter of moments, and they've put up 14 quick points here in this third quarter.
33 yards for Kendra Hall, chance to win, finishes it off with the extra point. Now Vancouver takes a 7-point lead, 24-17. 7 minutes, 47 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Florida needs to respond. They've been really quiet here in the second half as Vancouver put up 14 unanswered points now.
Florida 7-4 all time versus this Vancouver team, including a 3-1 record in Vancouver, and that record is in jeopardy right now.
Justice Blackwell, the returner, breaks this one out. Left side spin move, makes 2-man miss, got some good blocking. Brought down at the Florida 34-yard line. Best return of the day for Blackwell. And visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. Plus articles from our content team, including the Power Rankings, What We Learned, the Read Option, and Talent Factory features series. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. SimulationFL.net. You're home for everything SFL. That first down play only goes for 1 yard as Josh Farnsey able to make the play and stop that one.
Yeah, he had a hole there, Bullet Bileski did, off to the left side, but as you stated, Josh Farnsey closed that hole up quick. Closing speed is mandatory for a linebacker these days.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Cochran goes under center, 3 wide receivers. Bileski, the lone back, gets it over to the running back to the left side, brought down immediately. No gain on the play. And great job by the linebacker out on the right sideline.
3rd down and 8. We'll see how aggressive Florida gets here. Don't want to get the ball back to this Vancouver offense right now.
Not with the way they've been playing to start this second half. Florida could definitely use a prolonged drive, but up against the wall with the 3rd and 8. Cochran takes a drop back. Pump fakes and sacked, brought down. Vancouver stops the drive. And that's Gerald Giudicessi's 2nd sack of the ball game.
90-yard slant, and this time Vancouver defended it with a cover 4 defense, a cover 4 shell, excuse me, and had to pat the ball too long, and his protection collapsed, and down goes Cochran.
Grippa going to come out, a couple of punts in this ball game. Has a really good leg, not going to quite coffin corner this one, going to just unload on the punts, see how far he can get this one. Marked down, going to be at the Vancouver 33-yard line. Good hang time, gave the special teams unit enough time to get down there and make a play immediately.
4.2 seconds of hang time, proving his value when you have teams with good kick return men on them, and Arizona may be looking for one come next season.
154.2 QBR for Pepper, 3 incompletions. No interceptions in the ball game. Pepper goes under center, hands off Redford, stretch play left side, spins back towards the middle, drags a defender out to the 39-yard line, 6-yard gain on the play.
It's Robert Redford's 12th carry of this ball game. Andy said he wanted to get his running game more involved this game, and so far, he's living true to that effort.
Redford coming into the ball game, 74 carries, 18th in the SFL, 293 yards on the ground. Gets another one here, and it's enough for the first down. Drags the defender, and Redford really ate his Wheaties this morning. And Florida Storm defenders down. It's Alex Dominguez, the SFL all-time leading sack getter, and that is huge for the Storm. They need him there in the middle, Eddie.
Yeah, they do. That's going to be a big loss, so he's not able to return. And you're right, Alex Dominguez, the all-time leading sack getter. I think he has 199.5 sacks. And so he's not return. It's going to hurt both their run and pass defense. Second game this season, he's gotten hurt.
Yeah, he bull rushed the offensive lineman there and hurt himself. I mean, he's just so dominant that he hurt himself. That's crazy. Tom Pepper takes a shot right side corner routes there. Brett Killian scored on that play earlier, this time brought down. Touchdown saving play made by the defensive back.
And you can tell this is a new coaching staff in Florida because they're employing a cover 2 defense, something you would almost never see Max Paul use. But given the time they have in the pocket now with Alex Dominguez out the game, they're probably going to take even more risks downfield now.
Yeah, we'll see if that play can come up again. I think Vancouver might be looking for that one more time at least. 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Vancouver on the Florida 31-yard line, hands off to Robert Redford, met at the line of scrimmage, but falls forward for a 2-yard gain.
Brett Sawyer, who they brought over in the offseason as a free agent from Vegas, is going to have to pick up the slack. He's not a bad guy himself, but he's going to have to put this defensive line on his back to help this team get back into this ball game.
Brett Sawyer in his 8th season in the SFL. First season with the Storm. Pepper in the shotgun. Quick drop, fires right side. This time that's intercepted. Didn't touch on the way down. Stands up, gets another 7 or 8 yards. That's the free safety strong safety Andrew Francis to jump in front of that one. Steals it away as Vancouver is threatening for more points, Eddie.
And he did a great job of remaining disciplined right there because he has 2 receivers basically crossing each other. He had to protect the outside because he's the last man in defense over to that area. You got the inside there. You're hoping the other safety can get over. He does a great job remaining disciplined, picks the ball off, and gives Florida another opportunity to put up points.
Florida going to take over from their own 23-yard line. 7 men in the box, but that bunch formation makes it look like 8. Toss play left side. Valetsky has the edge. Room to run. Good blocking.
Oh, my goodness.
This is going to be a 77-yard touchdown, Eddie. One man to beat. Can he do it? Bullet Valetsky going to take it all of the way.
And you're going to start to see more SFL teams try to put that toss play in effect, as they've got it up twice now. The first time they didn't have much success out of it. This time, Bullet takes it, as you said, 77 yards to the house.
Bullet Valetsky, not even 10 rushing attempts yet in this ball game, Eddie. 145 on the ground, averaging 16 yards a carry. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown. Have a game, Bullet. Have a game.
And this right here is an example of why football is the ultimate team sport. Yes, your defense can ball out and force turnovers as they just did on a previous play, but you need the offense to turn those turnovers into points. And Florida did a great job of it right there. We are an extra point away from a tie ball game.
Going to be Ethan Sneed, the kicker for the Storm, come out. Left-footed kicker.
Left-footed kicker. I've never had the experience of playing with a left-footed kicker, but that's got to be odd on special teams.
Hold is down, kick is up, and good. Tie ball game. 4:14 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Both of these teams, Eddie, 3-1. A win here would do wonders, I think. But, both of these teams you'd have to think are, even though it's early in the season, would be considered playoff bound. So a win against a playoff bound team could do wonders for seeding and how all that shapes out. So definitely a matchup that both of these teams are hungry to win. You see the over-under provided by Jack's Data is at 54.5 in this ball game. We're at 48 right now. Vancouver, the 6.5-point favorite.
Great job of holding on to the football there. But you're right. I mean, the winner of this game is going to have a statement win over what seems to be right now a playoff contending team, and a great win to help their strength of schedule as well.
So we're back to 0-0, 24-24 officially, but both of these teams have been feeling each other out all game and have been hitting pay dirt, and we'll see how which team is going to really capitalize on that. As Redford going to take this one up the middle, fairly even total stats for each team. I mean, as you see the comparisons there on the screen. Good news for the Storm. Alex Dominguez just got the wind knocked out of him, so it's just a matter of toughness now. Sometimes cramps and things like, getting the wind knocked out of you can keep you out for a ball game. Things just don't feel right. But Dominguez is a tough player. We'll see how long it takes him to get back out on the field. Power I formation for the Legion. One receiver up to the top of the screen. That's Brett Killian. As Redford's going to follow the convoy left side. Enough for the first down out to the Vancouver 33-yard line.
Redford over 100 yards rushing in this contest. And we'll see how long they continue to feed this young man, because Vancouver is feeding him right now more than I've seen them do in quite some time.
Yeah, really great line play again. That was Percoco, the pulling guard, getting out there, springing some extra green for Redford. Pepper going to go under center, 3 wide receivers. Nickel defense for the Storm. Quick throw. Chris Curtis, right side, 6-yard gain, just short of the 40-yard line, marked down at 39.
Chris Curtis, once again, running that 50X spot. It's a hard play to defend because you have to remain disciplined with the receiver on the weak side of the field, as well as those 2 receivers on the opposite side of the field running those skinny posts.
One wide receiver, lose coverage there at the bottom of your screen on Brett Killian, but handoff goes to Redford, trying to move and find a hole, but nowhere to go. Just lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Great gap play by the Storm.
Yeah, and they're doing a great job containing the inside runs, even with their big man, Alex Dominguez, out of the game right now.
And a quick glimpse there of Deontay Stoneville, the defensive end. Pepper going to go under center. 3 wide receivers on the field. Out route for Brett Killian. Secured for the first down, brought down at the 43.
Vancouver, that's the second time on this drive alone they've dropped out of that 50X spot. And they're probably going to continue to do it until Florida can prove they can mitigate the damage from it.
Yeah, and a really good job by Killian, using the inside on that X spot, using the inside and then turning and going outside. So creating that separation and then breaking outside. Great job by Killian using his agility and speed to create some separation for Pepper. As the first down carry for Redford gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nice play made in the trenches by the Storm, as Rhett Sawyer was there to make that one, Eddie.
Yeah, along with Ryan Tobin on that tackle with the assist.
Base 4-3 defense for the Storm. Split backfield for the Legion. Pepper going to hand off. Redford. Oh, that's Sawyer Stern, the rookie fullback, getting a carry, and he's going to get 3.
Yeah, he's going to ask his mom to make sure she hit the record button on that one.
I got my name called. And the rookie selected in the second round, 41st overall out of Lexington. Trying to get you a season total on total carries. That's the 17th carry of the season for Stern. Actually, 3 touchdowns for the rookie. Pepper, 3rd and 7, fires over the middle, pass is caught to the other side of the ball field. That's David Gears with his second reception in the ball game.
Yeah, Vancouver saying, hey, Florida, you can run 90-yard slants, so can we. David Gears being really active today in this ball game. That's his second catch.
And Gears comes into this one with only 4 receptions on the season, so already half of that, and that's a nice game for Gears, as that first down throw goes for a loss, as Redford brought down at the Florida 43.
Great job once again with that closing speed. You're going to need it because he had to run all the way from inside the hash marks to the outside the numbers. That's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. Put your 4s up.
Tie ball game, 24-24. Get your 4s up as Vancouver at home with the ball, driving to try to take the lead. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. In the booth is Stephen Hacker along with Eddie Gage. Want to give a shout out to our wonderful stats team, Declan O'Rourke and James Walters. Producer, Commissioner Cameron Irvine. And we've got a heck of a ball game. 1 quarter remaining in this one. As Pepper back to throw, finds Redford left side, room to run, hesitates, got a blocker, got the block, left side, can he go? Breaks the tackle, 1 man to beat, and he's in! Reception from Robert Redford.
Someone clipped that and sent it to SFL Films. Robert Redford, he been putting this team on his back all night, with the exception of a couple of plays made by Kendra Hall and Brett Killian. Robert Redford looking to seal this deal and win the game's player of the game.
Look at the blocking. The blocking in this game has been A+.
It has for both teams.
Both teams. These linemen have been putting in the work, and it is great to see. That was a fantastic play from Robert Redford.
This game is far from over, but wow, we've been, I mean, we are witnessing, like you said, great blocking all around from both teams. Robert Redford putting on an individual show, earning his paycheck, and Vancouver just tied this ball game right back up.
181 all-purpose yards, 180 plus all-purpose yards for Redford, 8 receptions. I mean, like I hinted on it earlier, Eddie. He kind of came into this offense, and it's been 4 seasons now. It's nothing new, really, but he gives them another level. He gives them another element to their game, and it's on display here tonight.
They're already hard to defend in the passing game, but you get Robert Redford going, and it just gives defensive coordinators another thing to think about and make them even that much tougher to defend.
Blackwell from his own 2 spins upfield, brought down at the 25-yard line. 10 minutes, 45 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Vancouver now with the 7-point lead. Florida has done pretty well in responding when Vancouver puts some points up. We'll see if Cochran can lead a point-scoring drive here.
5 incomplete passes on the day for Ron Cochran. He's going to need to continue that consistency up to try to tie his ball game back up.
Yeah, really, it's been Boletsky getting all the points on the board, but Cochran has played pretty well. Only 1 interception. Boletsky loses a yard on that one. Brought down, looks like that's Earl Fields the 4th, another rookie making a play in the backfield.
10.5 minutes. They're behind the chain, 2nd and 11. Let's see what Florida dials up here.
Fields was a first-round selection for the Legion, drafted 19th overall out of Tacoma. Cochran, 2 receivers on the field. Boletsky goes right side up the middle and going to get marked down, call it 3rd and 8.
Defender, you're taught to bring the ball carrier back inside towards your help. He was trying to bounce it outside, but Vancouver did a great job of keeping the outside contained, forcing him back inside to Josh Farnsey.
Cochran in the shotgun. Boletsky sidecar right. The Legion rush 3, and in the middle of the field, pass is caught, moves the change. That's Justice Blackwell.
Justice Blackwell keeping this drive alive with a contested catch in the middle of the defense. Nice job, young man.
And the SFL is spotlighting 4 games in their own time slot on Monday night, starting tomorrow, February 21st. With Baltimore versus Queen City, the week's special feature. You'll see Baltimore's T-Roy Gaines and Saron Yates IV, and Queen City's Nathaniel Diggs and George Torres on camera while they watch and react to themselves and their teammates on the field. Visit Simulation FL for complete Monday night special schedule and details. Why don't you go ahead and wrap that play up for us, Eddie?
E.J. Menson probably heard footsteps. As soon as he hit the ball was jarred loose from him. He tried to catch it, but Vancouver, Johnny on the spot, hit him right as he caught the ball. You see the replay here. Josh Farnsey behind the play.
Farnsey relatively quiet here tonight. A couple of tackles, 1 assisted. Fields the 4th, 4 tackles, 4 assisted, having a nice, pretty nice game, as well as a tackle for loss. Cochran going to change the play at the line. Quick drop, out route is there for Minson. Going to be able to turn up field, but wrestled out of bounds. Call it a 6-yard gain, 3rd and 4.
One thing Ron Cochran has done is spread the ball around. There isn't one particular receiver dominating this game for Florida. You know, no receiver has more than 4 catches, so he's done a great job of throwing it to the open man.
Spreading out the love. Only 6 incompletions for Cochran, 80% completion rating. 3 wide receivers on the field. Boletsky the lone back. Nickel defense for the Legion. Quick drop slants, all slants thrown, but good defense as Josh Farnsey able to close in on the receiver and make contact as the ball got there and going to stop that drive.
Yeah, going to stop the drive and force them to punt the ball. Florida's going to try to punt this ball deep and force Vancouver to drive them into the field.
Grippa on to punt.
Look out.
Oh, pressure coming.
Great punt.
Grippa's 3rd punt of the game. This one, 4.4 seconds of hang time. Chris Curtis, the return man. Not much room.
None at all.
Maybe a yard on the return. Vancouver going to have to start at their own 17-yard line. I think that's a good move by Curtis to field that and not let that one bounce. That was really dangerous. If he had let that one go, that they could have pinned back even deeper. So I think that's a great move by Curtis to try to get something out of it. Maybe a fair catch next time. But Pepper going to go into the shotgun. He's all alone. Dime defense for the Storm. Pepper, pressure coming, makes the throw down the middle. Passes caught. Diving play made by Brett Killian. And nobody touched him. The strong safety dove over him, was able to get up and get a couple extra yards out of that. Brett Killian now with 172 yards on 6 receptions in the game.
I didn't think he was going to get that pass off with enough muster as he got hit right as he let that go. But Tom Pepper, he's been around for a long time. He must have been in the weight room, because he put everything he had into that throw despite being hit and able to complete the ball downfield to Killian.
Pepper, only 4 incompletions. Getting closer to 350 passing yards. Pressure coming. Hit as he throw it again. Man, Pepper took a shot on that one. The pressure coming from the edge. That was a big shot by Tom.
Yeah, he got hit right in the ribs in that time. I don't care who you are. You aren't getting that pass out the way he absorbed that hit.
Overcompensated. Threw it about 10 yards out of bounds, but I can't blame him, Eddie. That was a shot.
Yeah, I'm surprised he got up. F-Wing Jokers.
Yeah, a little bit of a more conservative set here. Maybe going to give Pepper a break and look to get Redford going from midfield. Pepper back to throw, 3-step drop. Redford out on the right side, blockers in front of him, but good track down from the linebacker for Florida.
Yeah, he did. That's an excellent job of closing it over there because the cornerbacks were building up out of there. So should he not make that tackle, that's going to be a first down.
Third and 5 for Pepper. Going to go under center. Quick drop, out routes, and caught. Chris Curtis there on the sideline, just enough for the first down.
And that was a strong throw by Tom Pepper, showing that he's not deterred. After taking those couple of big hits, he was still able to show his strong arm by getting that ball out there.
Legion break huddle. Pepper is going to be under center. 3 wide receivers bunch to the left side. Nickel defense for the Storm. Pepper going to take a 3-step drop, fires over the middle, jumping catch made, first down. And moves the change for the Legion down to the 27-yard line. That is going to be James Walters, the tight end.
Vancouver looking to establish a 2-score lead should they find a way to put points on the board in this drive. Already in field position, and time is starting to become a factor here.
Florida could really use something. We'll see if they can get it. Pepper in the shotgun. Surveying the field. Pressure coming from his right side. Looks to the left. Pass is caught and complete. Receiver falls out of bounds. That's Brett Killian.
Did a great job of leading the receiver toward that sideline, throwing the ball to his outside shoulder, keeping it out of harm's way. And meanwhile, keeping Brett Killian out of harm's way as well.
Legion in the SFL red zone. Loose coverage on the outside from the Storm. Brett Killian there at the top of the screen. Sawyer Stern and Robert Redford in the backfield. Redford met at the line of scrimmage, no gain. As Deontay Stoneville and Rhett Sawyer in to make the stop.
Great tackle. He tried to go up the A gap. Nothing was there. Tried to bounce it outside. There was nothing there either. Great defense by Florida.
Vancouver just chewing away at this clock, really trying to secure their lead and hold on to this ball game. Pepper under center, fires over the middle, pass to Kendra Hall, tipped away.
Incomplete.
Yeah, Stephen Black in coverage. Got there just in time. And it's going to be a 4th and 4 from the 21. Eddie, I think we're going to see chance to win come out for Vancouver to try to extend this lead to 10.
I think you're right. 10-point lead and just over 6 minutes left to play. Time is now going to be of essence here, and Florida cannot afford any more mistakes. Meanwhile, LA is running away from Jacksonville in the third quarter.
That is very interesting there. Jacksonville looked like they were kind of putting some stuff together. LA really showing out, though. 35-9 there on the SFL YouTube page. Chance to win hits this one from 37 yards, gives the Legion now a 10-point lead. 34-24 here at home for the Legion. Just about 6 minutes remaining in this ball game. 6:06 officially. And Eddie, APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your project, visit apmmusic.com. Justice Blackwell, the return man, brings us out to the 23-yard line. Ron Cochran going to have 6 minutes and 1 second to try to close this 10-point gap that the Legion hold currently. Bullet Boletsky really got quiet as this game has worn on, has really been the bright spot for this Florida Storm offense. Plenty of time to keep him involved. We'll see if the Storm go that way. Cochran back to throw, fires left side.
Out of bounds.
Yeah, ruling on the field is out of bounds. It looked like he could have had the 1 foot in. Be interesting to see if we get the challenge. Florida has not used their challenge here in the second half, Eddie.
They have not, and I thought he might have got that right foot down. We'll see if they challenge it.
As it sits right now, breaking huddle, not seeing the challenge flag come out. Cochran going to go under center. Going to spread, have 3 wide receivers. And Vancouver in a nickel 3-3-5. And a handoff up the middle. J.W. Dole gets the second carry of the ball game, but this one goes nowhere.
And against a 3-3 nickel defense, you got a soft box, but Florida unable to take advantage of that situation.
And, I've actually seen the nickel 3-3-5, do surprisingly well in situations where you think it wouldn't work against the run. And I think Vancouver had a decent enough set there, and it worked out perfectly for him. Going to set Florida up with a nasty 3rd and 10. Cochran has to throw underneath and squeezes it in. I don't know how that wasn't intercepted, but marked short of the first down was the receiver.
Yeah, and I don't know how you're right, how that pass got completed. Michael Lister just missed tipping that ball away, and Florida is going to elect to punt this ball back to Vancouver.
And I like the decision. I think even on 4th and inches, there's too much time in the game. You have to stand on your defense. You have to hope that your defense can make a stand. So I like the call. You have one of the best punters in the game is on display there.
Oh, my goodness.
4.4 hang time again, only getting better as the game goes on. Chris Curtis with nothing. No room to run, dragged down at the Vancouver 24-yard line. So you have to respect the decision. You got to stand on your defense here. Florida really needs a stop. They got to find a way to shut down this Vancouver offense as they've come out in the second half and really put up some points.
Pepper has been known to occasionally give the ball back to the defense, but he's been money today. We'll see what happens here.
Redford left side stretch play, met in the backfield, breaks the tackle though. And only able to get a couple extra yards, 2-yard gain there on first down. Stephen Black comes over to finish the play off.
You look at those numbers and you say, wow, Robert Redford is having just an okay day compared to his partner, his guy on the other side, Bolesky. But Redford has had a good day, both rushing and receiving.
Yeah, really, really close now to 200 all-purpose yards. Just one touch short of 30 in the ball game. So taking on that workhorse load tonight. He'll probably get his 30th touch of the game here. Pepper really taking his time. Play clock under 5 seconds. Drops back and the reception. Now Redford up to 30 touches on the game and adds on 2 more yards there.
Great open field tackle by cornerback Ryan Davidson. Redford's been spinning off the opposition all night long, and he's got him lined up one-on-one in his sights, and he brings him down.
So a big 3rd down for both teams. Vancouver needs the 3rd down to keep grinding this clock out. Florida needs to stop Vancouver so they can get the ball back and try to get some points up in a hurry. Vancouver, interesting, in a power I formation. We'll see if they go with the screen pass.
Weak power I too.
Pepper hands it off. Stretch play left side. Redford gets it. Big play there. And continuing the drive for the Legion. And that's exactly what they needed. Ball marked at the Vancouver 37-yard line. 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in this ball game.
Clock ticking. Florida has all 3 timeouts. They may start to think about using one of them here soon if they can limit Vancouver to a short, gain here on first down.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to limit the yards that Vancouver can get on the first 2 plays. They really got to put Vancouver in a passing situation on 3rd down to try to generate that turnover that they so desperately need now. Base 4-3 defense. No receivers on the field for the Legion. Pepper back to throw, finds Redford out of the backfield. Screen pass brought down, 1-yard gain. That's what the Storm needed. They got to find a way to use the clock as their friend here. It's their enemy as they're down 10 points. So interesting to see Florida not using the timeouts, but they're maybe waiting on the 2-minute warning here, Eddie.
Yeah, and Tom Pepper's in no hurry whatsoever to break this huddle, and he's going to milk every last bit of this 40-second play clock.
Scoring update elsewhere, 42-9 now for Los Angeles, really putting it on. Here, it's a close game, 24-34. Pepper under center, trying to grind this game away. Going to have to snap it. No, he doesn't, as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Vancouver at home, Eddie really doing the work. They've adjusted as the game has worn on. Florida came out early and seemed to really have all the answers, but at the start of the second half, Vancouver's really been in control as they just have 2 more minutes to go to secure this win. Pepper going to go under center. Sawyer Stern, the fullback, is now on the field. Redford gets to carry up the middle 1 more yard, 3rd and 7. Now the timeouts start getting used by Florida.
Yeah, they're going to burn their first here. It's 3rd and 7, and Florida has to get Vancouver off the field. They cannot afford another first down 2 scores.
Somebody on Florida's defense really has to step up and make a play. All three wide receivers to the right side for Tom Pepper. Nickel defense. Pepper, time to throw, fires it down the middle, passes it away, looking for Kendra Hall. I can't blame Pepper for that, but Andrew Francis almost took it away. Great defensive stand, just what Florida needed. The clock is working against them. Only 2 timeouts remaining here, Eddie. A great a great punt return from Justice Blackwell would do them a huge solid. We'll see if he can deliver.
It will, but wow, as an old school defensive-minded coach like myself, I probably will force Florida to burn a timeout. 2 different philosophies, but you're right. I mean, you can't go wrong either way, trying to put the game away.
Punt is away, 4.0 second hang time. Blackwell gonna fair catch this one. Had some room, but you gotta trust the returner. If they don't like what they see, put the hand up, secure the ball. So Florida gonna take over from their own 27-yard line, 1:47, and a 10-point deficit. Ron Cochran, up to this point, 25 of 33, 228 passing yards, 1 interception, no touchdowns, 81.4 QBR. He's going to be in the shotgun. Bullet Boletsky to the right. 4 wide receiver spread. And a dime 3-2-6 for the Legion. Boletsky right side, spins upfield, stays in bounds, only gets 2 yards. Florida's going to have to hurry back up. Everybody's able to get secure. Looks like everybody on the defense is set. Cochran going to be able to snap this one quickly. 1:30 remaining in the 4th. Pressure coming again. Let's right side. Pass is going to be called incomplete. The only good thing about that play is
off the clock.
Cochran really going to have to turn it up. I think that those first 2 plays, were way too conservative here. They need to get down the field in a hurry. And now 3rd and 8. Vancouver's definitely going to be aware of what you're trying to do here. They're going to be much more prepared.
3-3 nickel look.
Yep, shotgun split backfield. Cochran, the lefty, moves to the right, throws down the field, pass tipped away, almost intercepted off the hands, almost caught. A lot of players had a chance at catching that ball, but 4th and 8, and I feel like if you're Florida, you almost have to go for it regardless of the field position here. I think this may be your last opportunity to have the ball. You go for it. You risk it to get the biscuit. We'll see. That's right. We'll see what the Storm do. Cochran is on the field in that shotgun 4 wide receiver spread. Quick drop, all slants tipped away. Vancouver well prepared, adjusted perfectly to that as the game went on. And Florida using the trusty play, but Michael Lister, the rookie, gets the stop. And Vancouver just going to try to kneel this one out, make Florida use their final timeouts. Eddie, I believe they're going to have to get a first down with the timeouts to secure this game. So Vancouver still needs to get a first down. Let's see, 1:20, 2 timeouts. They might have enough.
Well, they're probably going to take a knee here. We'll see what they do. Oh, they aren't going to take. They're going to remain aggressive. Okay.
Yeah, because if they knee it twice, it'll be 3rd down. So yeah, they wouldn't be able to run out the clock. So I think they're going to try to go for the first. Pepper quickly gets the ball over to Redford right side, breaks a tackle, brought down for 5 yards. Florida smartly uses their timeout immediately.
In yesterday's action, Arizona was up 3 and elected to take a knee, knowing the opposition had 2 timeouts left, and it almost came back to bite them. Vancouver's were getting aggressive here, trying to get a first down and put this game away. But now they're going to take a knee here.
1:15 remaining. Florida with 1 timeout. Handoff to the left side, gets stopped in the backfield. Now Florida with no timeouts. 1:12 remaining in the ball game. A 3rd and 7 here, Eddie.
Yeah, I read that wrong. I saw two backs and a tight end in the backfield thinking they're going to take a knee, but Vancouver is they're keeping their foot on the neck of this Florida defense and trying to put this game away.
Not trying to give them any signs of life. 3 wide receivers on the field. Kendra Hall at the bottom of your screen. Brett Killian at the top. That's Chris Curtis in the slot. Killian throws top of the screen. Brett Killian's going to get it in, and that's just damaging to the Florida ego and pride now. Is Vancouver a little unnecessary, but gets the points on the board. Brett Killian, a nice post route to secure the touchdown, and a 40-24 lead for the Legion here at home. Extra point pending on the way.
Yeah, a little bit unnecessary, but like you said, I mean, they took an embarrassing loss back in season 16. They wanted to adventure here today, and they came out here with a great game plan, and it looks like they're going to come away with an impressive win here at home against Florida.
And Tom Pepper is totally the kind of quarterback you can't take the reins off of him. He's one of those quarterbacks. He gets on the field and he wants to score points, no matter the situation. But Vancouver had this game in hand, but they're not going to risk it at all. Extra point up and good chance to win. Extends this lead even more. Florida now really up against it. 1:08 remaining in this game. No timeouts. And just playing for pride at this point.
Yeah, down 17 with 1:08 left. You never want to have a I give up attitude, so I'm sure they're going to continue to go out here and fight.
Blackwell, the returner, out to the 22-yard line.
Head coach and owner of the Vancouver Legion is in the Twitch chat apologizing for that last play, saying it was uncalled for. He'll do better moving forward.
And you love to see that. You love to see that. It is AI. We only have so much control, so there's only so much you can do in a game. And again, there's limits to that. If you start restricting that, you take away some of the greatness that Tom Pepper and these offensive weapons that you have. So it's all in good spirit, all in the spirit of competition. Cochran he throws a quacker, somehow able to be caught by EJ Minson. Great ability to track the ball. 50 seconds remaining in the game. Cochran going to let the defense get set. Now gets under center, spikes it, stops the clock with 48 seconds and bring up 2nd 10 from the Florida 33-yard line.
Yeah, Cochran, it's his turn to show how strong his arm is. I don't know how he even got that ball off because he took a shot as well.
And I love the take by T-Pat, Eddie, on the going for it there. He says that if the other team wants the game to end, they should not call the timeouts. By calling timeouts, you're saying to the opponent that you think you can stop them. I love that opinion from T-Pat. Cochran fires out left side, and Boletsky going to fall out of bounds. I think they're going to say that was incomplete. Stops the clock, 44 seconds, 3rd and 10 for the Storm.
Vancouver did a great job in the second half adjusting to those 90-yard slants. In the first half, they were victimized by time and time again, but in this second half, they made their adjustments and have several passes defense because of it.
Absolutely. And the biggest one was there at the end. Michael Lister, the rookie safety, steps up to make a play, but the linebackers are getting involved too, Eddie. Like you said, a great defensive adjustment by the Legion as this game went on. That plant is caught, moves the chains, 1st down. Justice Blackwell, and they're going to try to spike this one quickly. They do. Stops the clock, 32 seconds. Florida getting closer to midfield again, showing that they can move the ball, Eddie, here. Florida is a good team, 3-1. Both of these teams 3-1 in this game, but Vancouver just showing that their offensive firepower is a lot. But Florida moving down the field here late, not showing any quit in their offensive system.
It's a lot to deal with, especially when you lose when you're better players and Alex Dominguez.
Empty backfield. Cochran going to be under center. Pump fakes. All slant is there. EJ Minson, 13-yard gain. Not going to spike this one. I don't think they're going to try to run the no huddle. They do. Dime 3-2-6 from the Legion. Loose coverage on the outside. Oh, they do spike it. Interesting. 17 seconds remaining in this one, Eddie.
Yeah, 17 seconds left. Cochran at this point is playing for pride. him and the rest of this Florida staff. I'm sure they'll bounce back next week. It's going to be their second loss in the season. But they've done a great showing thus far this season. I look forward to them competing again next week.
Cochran going to be in the shotgun. Boletsky sidecar right. Cochran with time to throw underneath. Passes there. Another first down. Florida really moving. And Josh Farnsey with that 6'2", 241 frame out there, moving like a Giselle. Really love to see it. Looks really good in blue and gold, too, if you don't mind saying.
Yes, he does.
Cochran going to spike that one, stops the clock. Only 3 seconds to go, so definitely a shot towards the end zone here for the Storm. Going to try to make some magic happen as we're set to close this game out. And coverage of the Simulation Football League on Next Level Sports continues next Saturday, February 26th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, as Lone Star is the next team to get a crack at the defending champs, hosting Baltimore for the first time in franchise history. Then it's the quarterfinal rematch and division rivalry between the Florida Storm and Charleston Predators. Bonus coverage will include Arizona and St. Louis, as well as DC and Queen City. Visit NLSE.com to find Next Level Sports in your area. And this game closes on a Ron Cochran sack. Eddie, why don't you go ahead and wrap this game up for us?
Well, it was a competitive game up through halftime, but like we said, coming the second half, it was only a matter of time before this Vancouver offense got going and took more risks downfield. They started out hitting Brett Killian down the right sideline, and that just seemed like to open the floodgates and gave Florida that much more to think about. As we see right here on the replay, Brett Killian down the right sideline muscles his way into the end zone. Kendra Hall hit him a little while later with a 33-yard reception for a touchdown, and that was all she wrote. As Florida, it was just too much to overcome.
And it was, it was like a ticking time bomb, Eddie. And it's just, they have so many weapons. You don't, you kind of know that it's going to be Kendra Hall, but today actually Brett Killian, went 200 yards. So it's hard to prepare for them. You don't know exactly where they're going to go. Of course, Robert Redford, 200 all-purpose yards. Really, really dangerous for them as well. So, I mean, it's just like, okay, I'm going to take away Kendra Hall, but then they throw out Robert Redford and Brett Killian. And you say, okay, I'm going to take away Brett Killian and Kendra Hall. And then they throw out Robert Redford and Chris Curtis and David Gears or James Walters. And it's just, Vancouver's just so tough offensively to prepare for. And Florida, as great as they are defensively and offensively, it's just, Vancouver's just been doing this for a long time. They're just a great team, and they're hard to prepare for, especially here at home. And so, Florida put up a great effort. They showed that they have it in them, but Vancouver late in this game just showed why one of the best passing teams in the league.
I totally agree. And Andy said it pregame. He planned on getting Robert Redford involved early and often. He did such, and in my mind, he's the player of the game. It's going to be between him and Brett Killian. If they can give away a co-player of the game, to me, it would be Brett Killian and Robert Redford, but there can only be one winner of that award. We'll see who it gets given to, and that winner is, as we wait patiently, Brett Killian. 8 catches for 205 yards. My goodness, clip that. 2 touchdowns, averaging over 25 yards a catch. Brett Killian, you are this week's Vancouver Player of the Game.
And that will do it. Simulation Football League Week 6 action from Vancouver. The Legion get the win. I've been Stephen Hacker along with Eddie Gage. In the stats truck was Declan O'Rourke and James Walters. Commissioner and producer Cameron Irvine is going to wrap up the show. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Monday Night Action. This has been the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music.
Donna, I love Oh! Good team win yesterday, y'all, but it don't stop. The grind don't stop. We got another one next week against St. Louis. Everyone, thanks for coming. Good night, and drive home safely.